today. I'm going to go ahead and pull the cards for today and then get right into it and then see what you guys are up to and then start our day. All right. Today. You guys are welcome to say hi when you come on. This is live on YouTube, so if you want to join in on the conversation, you need to go over to Roosters Peacock Tarot on YouTube and go ahead and subscribe to that, and then you'll be able to find this video quite quickly, and then just go ahead and join in. Okay, the cards came out quite quickly. We've got the card Family. We've got Well-Being, Compassion, Closure, Transformation, and Inspiration. Okay. So the thought for today is not everybody has like a family unit, like between a man and a woman, you know, but you do have family, whether it's friends that are like family or you have family themselves. The first card we have here is Family. And right now, I'm feeling this is the thought for today is how do I do this? I mean, here in two different situations here. Okay, so this one here, the well-being of the family, just what it is. What are you focusing on to better the family, or to whether, like I said, you may not have like a family unit between a man and, you know, like a couple. You may have like just friends and family that you're focused on, right? But sometimes your friends are just like your family. So today the focus looks like it's the well-being, and I feel what I'm doing here is I keep wanting to go to these cards. You're really focused on the well-being of the family and moving forward in something, okay? So however this applies to you. The card Success came up over top of Family and Well-being. Let's see what other areas. I think there's going to be multiples here. Like I said, this is just going to be the thought for the day. Some of you, marriage is on your mind. And others, and it could be all three. We've got career. Now, I kept seeing money signs in my head, so that told me that, you know, with the well-being of the family, number one, you have to have money to, you know, survive and take care of bills and everything else, right? So that's why the focus is showing the well-being on the family, and I felt like putting all three cards right on their family and well-being. Even if you're single, I mean, you're still got other people on your mind that you are, you know, it's not just about you. You're actually thinking about either expanding your family, or you're actually thinking about possibly, for some of you, I'm hearing helping out family members. I feel some of you are sitting back and watching situations that you wish you could help with, okay? And how are you trying to do this? The only thing is what I want to keep going here. Now, these are just food for thought, so it's going to be, you know, but sometimes I pick up on people who are watching, and from the family and the well-being here. Good morning, Miss Dana. Good morning, Miss Monica. Dana, did you get on your trip? I didn't see you at the flea market. I saw Miss Monica. Monica, I meant to get a picture with you. I didn't do that. Okay, so we've got compassion. You're trying to move through this compassionately. But I do feel with this one right here, with the family and the well-being, it's almost like when I put all three, the career, success, and marriage on top of it, and however it applies, whether you're married in a union or you're stepping towards that, or you could be single, okay? So just if it's just about career and success, then apply it how you will. But for a lot of you, it includes all three of them. And it's almost like I keep seeing the card where it says lighten your load, you know, when they have the world on their shoulders. That's how I'm feeling right here with the situation. That's kind of like the theme for the day is, it's kind of like, you know, with the career and stuff, it's work, 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 but there's goals that want to be met here, and you've been working on them for a long time, and you're not quite there yet. And for some of you, it involves whether you're involved or you've got your partnered up, or you're engaged, or you're headed towards that direction. And for some of you, it's just going to be career and success, but I'm listening is what I'm doing. I'm kind of getting more stuff. And this is going to be a short one, though. So it almost feels like that one picture where the one card said lighten your load, right? It just feels like the world is like on your shoulders. Like there's decisions that need to be made, but it's like there's walls. But the thing of it is, I'm going to tell you right now is, and some of you are bringing an end to something. And what I feel is, I don't think it's necessarily, apply it how you will, but I don't think it's necessarily an end in the family. I think it's an end of a way of doing something, or an end of patterns. That's not quite it. What? I can see it in my head, just getting it out of my mouth. Family and well-being. And for some of you, it could be that there could have been a death in the family, but that's not what I'm feeling. I feel this is bringing an end to a way of a situation, or plural situations. I hear some of you are combining, and you've been working really hard on trying to get your success. And some of you, it's just career. Some of you, it is both marriage and career. Whether you're, like I said, you could be moving in that direction, married for a while. But there's a goal here, and it's been worked on for quite a while, but it's just kind of like, you feel like that person in the light and the load, where the world's on their shoulders. Okay, but here in the next card here we have is compassion. All right, so maybe it's kind of hard to show compassion during that time, because I feel along this, I mean, it's good cards, but I feel there's stress within this, is what I'm feeling. Yupper. We've got friendships. Some of you, it is going to be applying to those who are friends. Some of you may actually be helping out people who are your friends. Now here it is with the friends things. They could be friends, family, lovers. It doesn't matter. Whoever this is, or whoever these are, because there's multiple people here, this is who you're focused on right now. So it's like a lot of up in the head. That's why I'm not, and that's why it's not clicking for me, because I'm more emotional. I mean, it comes right out my mouth half the time. Either that, or I'm really quiet. But yeah, so that's exactly what it is. You're working on bringing an end to a blockage of financial with money. Yep, because it shows me that there's some kind of combining, and you're trying to move forward with something, and you're trying to push it forward, but it feels like the world's on your shoulders, because it's just been, yeah, that's exactly what it is. But the answer is yes. I mean, that's when I was asking the question a while ago. That's why it's lighten your load. And for some of you, I don't feel necessary, and I put the yes in between the family and the well-being, because that's the focus. But with the card compassion next to it, I would be like, oh yeah, well, you're going to do it compassionately. No, I think this is a reminder to do it compassionately, because I think with the card I saw in my head, lighten your load. Let's see. With lighten your load, it's like the world's on your shoulders, or so you feel. But you need to take a minute and realize that you're not by yourself. And this is definitely being more directed towards where you have more people in your life. There it is. No, that's the willpower. I felt like pulling that one too. Yeah, I know I didn't shuffle it, but I saw that one in my head too. That's right, in August. Well, I didn't see you at the flea market. Let's see here. There it is. That's what I was after. This is what I was focused on. I was seeing the picture of, why did I put that down, face down? Okay, I got it. Okay, do you see the picture here? That's what I was seeing in my head. Do you see how that person has just got the weight of the world on their shoulders, and they're sitting here? Do you see the expression on their face? Yeah, it's almost like it's almost too much, right? They want an end to this being to where it's just, but the thing of it is because it's so much stuff going on, and it feels like so much pressure and kind of stuff. And it's not just talking about that too, because it's also at the same time you're focusing on closure. So you're actually healing on something in the same time while you're trying to go 150,000 miles an hour. You're trying to, it's kind of like a reminder, do it compassionately, right? But you're also working on closure. Okay, what are you walking away from? All right, and I don't feel it applies to this right here. I do believe that this usually shows up when you're walking away from the past. Yay, I'll be there. So anyway, with the light and the load, what he doesn't realize, do you see that he's sitting there and he's holding, it's It's supposed to be the moon, but do you see how illuminated it is? And I was seeing willpower here in my head as well. Do you see how they're looking at the world in front of them, but yet they're holding the moon behind them? That's the step when the moon's just sitting there and it's not illuminated. The moon hides or illuminates things. At this point, the willpower, and that's what you're trying to do, is summon the willpower, because it's just, I'm feeling like there's like massive, it's just like this right now over whatever it is you're trying to achieve. And I don't know if you're necessarily hitting walls or if you're mentally hitting walls because of the simple fact that you're also dealing with something else from the past. That's what I feel. Yes, transformation. But you need to trust the process on it, because it's never, ever quite pleasant whatsoever, especially when you're trying to focus on everything you've got right then and there. And you're trying to do it compassionately, and 9 times out of 10, you probably can. So this might be a reminder to do it compassionately. Take a minute before whatever comes out your mouth. That's what I'm getting. And while you're still working on some kind of closure. With the closure here, we've got transformation. You're changing within. That's why it is feeling the way it is right now. And yeah, sure, there's a lot of, it shows me that you're working really hard on that. And so yeah, I know when you're working on stuff really hard, you get tired, you get, maybe you're not getting breaks, however it applies to you, but still in the process, you're still working on closure for something. And you're actually already, which you don't realize, you're not in a cocoon state anymore. You're like in the transformation of the butterfly. So you're already healed quite a bit from this past, whatever it was that has been holding you down. But yet you're still needing to focus on, and like I said, I know this wasn't one of the cards that were pulled, but this is how it's going to be feeling. Just like, it's breaking you back. It's breaking you. You're tired. You just want to, That's what I get is, nope. All right. Well, it says, remember to do it compassionately, because what you're also going through is not just all this right here. You're also having to take, and you're transforming. You're no longer that caterpillar state. You're actually transforming to the butterfly. And it's never, whenever you're having to change and you're always having to, to kind of heal or get closure on something, or you're having to close something. This could be something, if it has to do with career and business and stuff, maybe you're closing a deal on something. I feel this is more directed towards past. You're actually healing the past. You're trying to lighten your load. And with this card right here, this is how you were looking at it when you first really started going after it, was, okay, I'm looking at my world. I'm going to put this, whatever this closure is that you needed to do, behind me. It's kind of hidden. See, it's not all illuminated. It's the moon. I'm going to focus on this, and then it's just going to go. But then recently it has come up, lighten your load, where you see how the moon is illuminated. So things are being, so it looks to me like it's more like a healing process, but yet it's kind of go, go, go. You can't take a break. You know what I mean? There's stuff. You're focused on your career success. And if you're married in a partnership, headed that way, however it applies to you, you've got a lot of other people on your mind than just yourself. And so you are definitely, even though, right now, it's kind of like whenever everything just kind of just gets on you and you're just like, but you can't see what's right in front of you. Do you see it's illuminated? That's the moon. It's illuminated. That's not the sun. That's the moon. All right. So stuff is no longer hidden. What's no longer hidden about what you're trying to get closure on? You're well aware of it. It's no longer just in your subconscious. And you're actually in the process of transforming it, trying to heal this while you're still pushing 150,000 miles an hour, because you got goals. You've got stuff that, this is not just about you. This could be friends, family, lovers, however it applies to you, because you're focused not just on one thing. Your end goal is success. And July, what's July? July has been coming up quite a bit. I got July again. I saw around the 17th and I was talking about the family well-being. There's going to be some kind of news for some of you around the 17th of July, where it's stuff what you don't realize this is where it's I keep holding this, but I'm not going to get real detailed in that. So this is healing. This is definitely healing. The message is you're going to be feeling very inspired here pretty soon. If you can just kind of get through, it's just going to be one of those days where you just kind of, and you can be fine. And then all of a sudden it's like, well, it seems like everybody wants this for me, and they want this. Because you're feeling like that. You may have moments. You may be waking up and just be like, okay, I'm going to take this day at my own pace. But then there's like, I got to do this. I got to do that. I got to do that. They want this. They want that. This isn't working out. Okay. So then you're going to feel like this. All right. And that's where he's just sitting there going, "Argh." Okay. It says do it compassionately. Take a breath before whatever comes out your mouth. That's definitely the message here. But do know that even some of the, it's not just about this. It's actually about healing and transformation. You're changing. You're no longer that caterpillar state. You're no longer, you've actually come quite a ways. And like I said, this is a universal draw. So every person should be able to pull something out of this. Excuse me. And lighten your load, I believe, was last week. So you know what? You've actually already gone forward even more. And even though you're feeling like this still right now, I mean, it's going to come on. I can almost bet money on it. Today, there'll be some times you're just like, oh my God, I need to stop. I'm going to blow my top, or I just can't be around da 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 da. I can't do this. I can't do, oh, I don't want to. Okay. However it applies to you. Bet me money. That's how the day's going to play. Even though you may be calm, chilled, it's just like, dang, I'm getting stuff done, and then boom. Really? What else is going to happen? You know, kind of that behavior. His face right there. Just had enough. And a lot of it with all the work and everything, that's in need of a break right there. And this one right here, this is an end of, this doesn't feel actually like a death. If it is in your family like that, then apply it how you will. But this actually, to me, instantly, when I saw this card, and it also represents, you know, the death card in tarot represents the water sign Scorpio. Okay. But so, I mean, usually I don't pull out dates. What am I looking at here? Okay. Yeah. So around the 16th, that's standing out to me. Around the 16th of April, there was a decision that was put in the head that it was gung-ho, let's do this, career, success, marriage. If all three apply it. If it's only a couple, apply them. But around the 16th, there was definitely a push forward to keep going into, I mean, it was all in. But now it's kind of like this. And you're dealing with closure. So we've got transformation here. The reason that everything's not so comfortable, and it's not talking, this is the external stuff, because yeah, we've all get stuff we've got to get caught up on. We've got to do this and that. And there always seems to be, you know, sometimes interruptions or whatever it could be that's really just making you feel like this. Okay, again, the message is compassion. Remember that one, I don't feel like putting any other cards. Center yourself. Take a breath. Because actually, it's not just that stuff that's going on. It's also healing, and you're getting closure. But I'm telling you right now, you will be feeling inspired here pretty soon. All right? Because what's going on here with this card here, lighten your load, the one I kept seeing in my head, that's how you feel when you feel like you're working your butt off, and just in all areas of life, you're sitting here, you're trying, and it's just like, I can't. That you've already got done. You don't see all the progress that you're feeling like this. All right, this is temporary. But it says this one here. You know what I see? You know what I see in my head? It's not really funny, but it's funny how my guides show me in the way that I'm going to understand it. Do you know the candy? What is it? Airheads, sour or atomic or whatever it is, where their heads pop. You know, at the top. Yeah, I know you guys know what I'm talking about. Their sour candies, but the top of their heads exploding. Yeah, that's how this card right here, that is exactly how it's feeling. Okay. Be careful what comes out your mouth. I don't know why I keep saying this. Be careful what comes out your mouth, because it's just temporary heat of the moment thing. That's what I feel. All right. Okay. So you will be inspired here pretty soon. You may even have inspiration of some kind that comes to you today. I am going to pull a couple cards off that one. Like I said, this is going to be a short one, but I wanted to make sure I was on. Okay, what are you, wrong deck. What are you going to be inspired about? What? Okay. All right. I'll show you the cards here in just a second. There's gonna be multiple cards. What in the world? Okay, now I did pull my cards, right? This was sitting in this one here, and anybody who knows me, I'm well known for carrying my cards in my purse. September stands out. Okay, there's some kind of end goal here And the inspiration is going to come before September, but this is kind of like a clue as to when this is going to, whatever it is that you're heading for, that you're trying to make work. And do you see with the well-being? I mean, this is not just working. This is working to be happy. You know what I mean? This is to get something to where it's smoother going. Okay, so however that applies in your life. Do you see all the butterflies? Transformation, transformation. Good morning, Miss Betty. So yeah, that's it. You're going to be inspired here pretty soon for the simple fact that, like I said, the light's right there. The moon is illuminated right in front of him. Even though it feels like nothing, maybe nothing's going right, I'm telling you that illumination right there. Just continue working on it. I mean, even if you have to take some time to rest, you're going to have to at one point. That's what I'm feeling. But the month of September stands out big time on this one. Like I said, it was in, and what's it about? Door to personal happiness. All right, so there's an end goal here, is what it is. Healing, aha. Doorway to personal happiness and healing, closure. All right, so in September, you'll be feeling what I call quite square. You'll be feeling more in your element, but this is actually going to be coming quite quicker here pretty soon. And do you remember the compassion card? You must have patience today, okay? Because this is a process, and it just looks like there's going to be a bunch of other stuff that may come at the same time, to where, you know, you might be at your there's like a little bit of a string left before that rope pops. Okay, that's talking about just be careful who you're doing it to. You know. All right, walk away, because you're actually headed in the correct direction. And even though it may seem like you're not accomplishing a lot. What are you accomplishing? Blossoming in abundance in career, success, and marriage. And if you're not married, then it could also be in some kind of union. Could be leading towards marriage, however it applies to you. This one here, I don't feel like, see, I love the archangels, but you're never alone. You see your angel? Okay, you're never alone. Your guides are around you all the time. Some of you actually have spirits of those who have passed away around you. There's always somebody there, even though you can't see them. The thing I tell people is whenever they're and for some of you, there's somebody on here who's missing somebody that is no longer here. But if you think about it, yes, pretty soon this closure is going to be the healer of ages. It's going to make you feel you're going to be feeling very centered here pretty quick, is what I've got. And I'll show you the other card here, which is it's the Three of Pentacles. And the Three of Pentacles is been working on getting, it's talking about finances and stuff like that. Working on, and it's not just that, it's really, you're trying to build something to where it's something that's stable, something that somebody else can't take away from you. And it doesn't just include you, it includes other people, family, friends, lovers, however it applies. So just keep on the goal, because I actually put this, you're going to be feeling inspired about this here pretty soon, because it's over, I put that over transformation and inspiration. You're almost there. All right, see how they're looking up? And that's what I mean. Just take a moment and step back and look at all that you've actually accomplished. Even though it doesn't seem like it's in the patience, you must have patience. I know, I'm not very patient, but I tell you what, sometimes if you just sit back, you can look at it a little bit different way. Take a breath. Because actually you are right on schedule as far as healing and working on your success in your career, your family, your marriage, your well-being, however it applies. All right, let's see. Yep. Taking stock, just to continue. Do you see how he's sitting here and he's steadily, he had just sit here. He'd been working on something really hard and he was sitting back admiring it, is what it is. And there's other people admiring it too. So it is definitely not going to go unnoticed. So even though you may be feeling at this time, like you just, you're at your wit's end on it, you're just about to blow your top, like that candy I kept seeing in my head where they go poof. Okay. That's the message I have. What else? This could definitely apply to someone who's a thinking woman on here. Do you see the butterfly? It's kind of dark and gray there. But the thing of it is, it's turning kind of greenish. So you know what? Focused on money. There's might be money issues. A lot of people have that right now. But keep on your goal. The message is just be compassionate compassionate and have patience with people. And I know when you're feeling like you have the world on your shoulders, it's almost impossible not to. So the message is you are on the right track. People are going to be noticing what you have been working for and how you're working. It is not going unnoticed. And it's actually building slowly that money, that stable foundation for you to succeed, which September and the 17th of September, the 16th, 17th, actually, I see both of them is standing out. And I don't think that this is something that's going to be like, oh, well, we are on 16th and 17th of September. And, oh, okay, well, where's it at? Okay, stop for a second. Look around. Everything you've been working for, you're going for a goal. You're going to be hearing about it. That's what I feel. Yep, you're standing at the garden gate where you're getting ready to walk through for your happiness and abundance and the healing. Door to personal healing and happiness. See your peace, because that's what the whole work's about, is to reach peace and start enjoying life. This is almost like for workaholics. And nowadays, a lot of people have to be that way. But a break is going to be friendship. Yep. When's the last time went and did something that was fun? And yeah, you may be sitting here, I don't have money. Go take a hike. Get out. And sometimes that can even help with refocusing and making it to where it gives you a minute to where you can just breathe in the fresh air and just be like, okay, I'm not going to be like that candy that goes boom. I mean, because everybody's going to explode. They are. Just be careful who you're exploding on. All right, patience and compassion. That is it. And you're on the right path. And it does to me, this almost, as soon as I said that, there is going to be a break coming here pretty soon. Even if it's for like a day to go take a hike, something like that. It's coming. All right. Well, that is what I have for you today. I hope it helps some. And like I said, I'm going to literally hit the ground running because I've got a lot of stuff to do. So usually I sit on here and chit chat for a while, but I am going to have to jump off because I do have to be somewhere here pretty quick. But that's why I did it a little bit earlier. But I do need to get another shop open and a few other things. So I hope you guys had a great time. You're welcome, Miss Betty. Miss Betty, I will be bringing you on here with me at one point, okay? Because actually I'm thinking it would be fun for a coffee time, Tara. If I have time to 20 minutes, we can, maybe I'll talk to you a little bit more about it, but maybe we can just take and it'll probably be on Facebook. Did that thing freeze? It'll probably be on Facebook, but I know I can bring somebody on with me, and we'll probably do it on Facebook, and then I'll do like the coffee time tarot, and then if you want to do an open general answer read. I was going to touch bases with you and see how far you've got with your page. And everybody who's watching right now, Miss Betty Hackney is actually, when you're a reader, you can read your own cards, but the way I describe it is when you're having a conversation, you guys probably remember how I describe this, you're having a conversation and you may have like all the stuff, the weight of the world on you, you may be having closure from the past, and you're sitting here, but you can't think it out from a different perspective who is not even involved in your life. Okay, that's what tarot card readers are. All we do is sit back here and we're seeing it without, I'm not going to say without emotions, because true tarot readers do have a lot of emotions because they feel it. But what I'm saying is you see it from a different perspective and be able to show you what others cannot. You know what I mean? It's from a different viewpoint. It's like two people fighting and you can't remember what that was all about. And you're like, oh, but your friend was standing over here. And you'd be like, oh my God, I just did it. Well, why don't you just take a minute? Is what the other person standing over here says. Okay, that's what tarot card readers do. They kind of give you a different perspective without all being involved directly in the situation. It's kind of a nice thing. So she is my reader. If I have questions on something, I'll just be like, hey, Miss Betty, got time for me? So I would like to bring her on here and maybe do an open read where we kind of bounce back and forth with each other. And it'll just be open to everybody. And then she is building a Facebook page, I believe. And as soon as she sends me that information, then by all means, my saying is, I love having everybody on, but always, she's a good reader. So very good. So definitely, I would recommend her 100%. Okay, so I'm going to pop off here, guys. And then I will talk to you probably tomorrow morning.